Well, thank you for staying with us here on News Talk. I'm Jennifer Donnellan with you on this Friday. Happy Friday. The holiday shopping season, I know it may seem early to be talking about the holidays, but it's not, because the shopping season seems to start earlier and earlier each year. The first commercials are hitting the airwaves and stores are already rolling out their holiday promotions. Financial professional Martin Smith from Wealthcare Financial Group is here with why you might want to go ahead and just start that gift buying right now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
I don't know if you've seen the Kmart commercial, but I saw it on YouTube, and it's basically the not Christmas commercial, but it's really a Christmas commercial. Yeah, That's where I think we are. The fact that we are now starting before Halloween just really gives us, which is why it's so necessary to have this segment actually, because we're going to be talking about tips.
Right.
Why start now?
Well, you know, the holiday season at this time, this is the most important time for retailers. In fact, the holiday season makes up about 20% of yearly sales for retailers. So they're really trying to get a head start on shoppers who want to start spending and going to the stores as early as October.
Right.
So people are planning ahead these days, and retailers are very eager to push this season earlier and earlier to capture more profit.
Well, you know, we can save up for it. So, though, if we start earlier, there've got to be some tips in terms of how to, because what my fear is if I start now, I'm just going to start spending and spending and spending and spending and spending. So how do you sort of watch yourself, monitor yourself?
Well, one of the things you want to do is think about the fact that you could, if you start as early as September, you could spread out those purchases in according to your paychecks in September, October, November, and December. What you don't want to do is wait until the last minute, like perhaps 2 weeks before Christmas, and realize that the money's all gone and now you're sort of forced or compelled to put your spending on credit cards. And we know what happens there. A $50 purchase becomes a $100 purchase after the high interest rate that credit card companies will love to charge you. So getting a head start is really important.
Okay, let's go over these tips that you have, and that's why I'm logging on my phone. I'm not being completely rude. By the way, if you have any questions, call 703-387-1020. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and we will take your questions live on air and get those answered for you. Okay, so let's go over these tips. And I believe it starts with spending limit.
Yes. This is my sort of survivor guide for holiday shopping. Set a spending limit. Think about, you're going to spend money for family and non-family. So for your family, you may know exactly what you want to purchase. But for non-family members, it can be somewhat confusing. So I recommend just getting a gift card.
Oh, that's his next one. I know. Now, you know what? When I read this, go for the gift card.
Go for the gift card.
I said, okay, this is a man, because men tend to like gift cards. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not knocking men. I love y'all.
Makes it easy.
But it's easy where we're women and we like to, and I'm not trying to base generalizations here, but we tend to be like, oh, it's the thought that counts. So why the gift card? Give me the
the gift card just takes away the guesswork.
That's
true.
That
if you get a gift card like an American Express card or a Target card, you can give it to your friend and they can make the decision for themselves. And everyone's happy. It's almost like giving them cash. Here you go, $150 gift card, and just have at it. So going for the gift card is important, but you want to be careful to make sure you purchase a gift card from a reputable retailer.
And there are fees, because or nowadays have they pretty much done away with that? I mean, if you buy a gift card, does that amount start to dwindle over time, or does it stay that amount?
It's just like cash. So if you buy a gift card for $100, you're going to spend it down to zero.
Okay.
But if you're purchasing a gift card online, make certain that it hasn't been stolen or that it's fraudulent, that it's fake, because there are scams out there. So you want to be careful. Another tip is, I think it's important to set a spending limit. And this is important because if you don't set a limit, you're going to just have a tendency to purchase as much as you can under that compulsion to buy.
What about being Scrooge? That's your next one. What does that mean? Be Scrooge?
That's putting a limit on yourself.
Okay.
Be your own Scrooge. In other words,
what, I can't buy for myself now, or?
Well, just think about the consumer. The retailers are there to get your money, and you don't want to get caught up into impulse buying. So be your own Scrooge. Set a limit. Stick to your budgeting, and purchase that limit, and then let that be it.
Okay, so it's like, I'm going to spend $500 this year. That's it.
That's it.
But I might spend $50 on me. Okay, moving on. Avoid hidden fees. We were just talking about this. Tell me about this labyrinth of hidden fees.
So the National Retail Federation, they say that 40% of consumers will purchase online this year. And if you're purchasing online, there's a lot of hidden fees potentially in some of those purchases that you may make online.
Okay.
So if you want to avoid hidden fees, read the fine print.
Yeah.
And or perhaps just make the trip to the store and purchase the same item. But just make certain that what you're buying online, there are no additional attachments or riders or extra incentive promotions that you may not catch that's in the fine print that could cost you more money.
Well, let me ask you that on that note, because is it as simple as then just sort of being alert and paying attention to that final page, you know, where it says, here's your breakdown, you know, you buy the, you know, the fabulous pair of shoes for $49.99, right. And then you get to the last page and it says $49.99, sales tax $5.99, right. Shipping and handling $7.99, and then you get your final price. Is that enough to just look at that to know how much you're actually paying, or are you saying that there are even other hidden costs?
Well, sometimes before you hit that button to make that final purchase to confirm everything you've read, there may be a little pop-up that says add socks or add a tie or add this, you know. So just be careful to make certain that you're getting exactly what your intentions are when you make that purchase.
Yeah, people must actually fall for that because they do it all the time.
They do.
So it must work. Okay, your next one. I have to keep logging into my phone to get the tips because I forgot to print it out. Win loyalty points. I like this idea.
Yeah, this is great because if you think about it, some of your favorite retailers, they are of course all online, but they would love to email you and get you to fill out surveys and get you to log into their Facebook page and follow their Twitter page. Well, there are loyalty points for doing so at times, and you may accumulate enough points so that a purchase that you may need to make is now available at a discount.
For free.
So go for the loyalty point. Also, the old tried and true method that never fails is coupons.
Yeah, people forget about coupons.
Coupons.
Or you don't associate, you know, holiday shopping with coupons. You can use coupons too.
It's great. My wife is the queen of coupon clipping and saves us hundreds of dollars per year during the Christmas season, holiday season, and just annually. So don't forget about the coupons, but definitely win as many loyalty points as you can.
Now, talking about loyalty points and the, you know, the dreaded word credit card, but I mean there is also, granted, pay it off every month, I'm assuming is what your advice is going to be, but for instance, you know, Amex has got a great point system. If you buy your gifts on Amex and then pay Amex, now you have a little, I'm buying something for you and getting a little something out of it for me kind of thing.
Yeah, if you can pay it off every month, I highly recommend it because, again, these companies, as wonderful as we may think they are, they're in it for a profit.
Sure,
they're in it for themselves. They want to get your interest dollars, and that's really where they make their most profit. So definitely get into the discipline of paying it off as soon as you can, as early as possible, and not accumulating additional interest that's going to work against you later.
Now, I can hear some people saying, I'm not shopping now because I want to catch the after Thanksgiving, the Black Friday deals. I want to catch, you know, the last minute push by the stores, the 2 weeks before Christmas, you know, when they just drop all the prices. You know, what do you say to those folks who are saying, I want to wait for the very, very best deals, the last minute deals?
Well, there's a few things. One, deals are offered just throughout the fall season. You have to watch the retail stores, websites, Facebook pages, follow Twitter, read the newspapers, because there's different deals that they may capture between now and then. However, yes, if you have what it takes to stand in line at 2 a.m. in the morning and fight that crowd for Black Friday to get that television or whatever it is you're going to purchase. And
have you ever done that?
I've never done that.
Me either.
Too cold.
It's too cold. I just don't have the time. I like sleep too much.
Right.
Okay. Are you shopping right now?
I am doing a little shopping right now, but not a lot.
Are you shopping for the wife?
I am shopping for the wife.
You better say yes.
I am saying yes. I'm shopping for my wife.
And it's not going to be a gift card.
No. Oh, absolutely not. No. We have 7 children, so we have
Oh, wow. You do have to get started now.
6 daughters and a son, so we start very early.
You know, the nice thing about it is how jealous am I every year when I talk to somebody in November who's, you know, I'm finished my Christmas shopping.
Oh my
and I'm like, oh, no. But you could be that person is what you're saying.
Absolutely. Start January 1. Look for the deals, you know, look for the discounts, and just accumulate little by little. Engage your in-laws. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law, they're very helpful in that process. So we just encourage them to keep their eyes open throughout the year, and it makes for a wonderful holiday season.
I was going to say, you probably end up with these ideas, you probably end up getting better gifts. You're not rushed. You are putting more thought into it.
Right.
So you probably do make a lot more people happier.
A lot less stress.
You don't have that, oh, thank you.
Right.
Yeah, so that's awesome. You know, I will say one thing that I do is I buy my Christmas decorations after Christmas for next year. Super cheap. I don't know why we all don't shop that way. I mean, it's 50-75% off.
Yeah, that's absolutely the best time to do it because they're trying to get rid of that inventory and make way for January and then following Easter. So it's always best, I think, to get ahead of that and think ahead so that you can save additional money.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a wonderful time being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, we'll be right back with more News Talk in just a moment.